Listen up here. They may call you Kid Dynamite. You mess with me, I'll put your fuse out.
What happens when a muscle tower decides to fight? This 300-pound monster not only left the chins hanging for his fans, but he also did that to the best of the best on a regular basis, for the first time making Mike Tyson avoid the fighting.
Who's next?
A crazy power in tandem with crazy mind. This is Boxing Pride, and today we stacked up fights where a giant freak went like knife through the butter against the elite of kickboxing. The start of the second millennium Japan was booming fighting space, as in kickboxing and mixed martial arts. In the second millennia, there was a single undisputed king reigning in the kingdom of one, a legendary Dutch killer, so-called Mr. Perfect.
And now it's
The renowned Ernesto Hoost, with a nickname definitely not given to him for good grades. 4 times K1 World Champion Hoost was known for his polished style and was a bearer of a humble title of the most crippling leg kicks in the world. 2 days before a K1 tournament, a fan-favorite champion's opponent pulled out of the fight, putting the whole event in a precarious position. In such an emergency moment, Bob, the Beast Sapp, with enormous frame and showman's behavior, became a perfect promotional sacrifice for their favored fighters. With a 36-win streak, it was thought that the clumsy jock was not on his level.
I'm sure he never felt what's a low kick. They know that pain, so he's gonna experience that.
The showdown was labeled as brute strength versus technique, and Sapp made sure not to skip one leg day for this fight. Since the very start of the fight, both fighters went guns blazing at each other. The Dutch wasn't aware of the toughness Sapp brought, and unluckily found himself on the receiving end of the mauling machine. And after weathering the storm, Dutch brought up the technique he so dearly prepared for Sapp. It looked like Hoost cracked the code, and he found his rhythm, and each leg kick was bringing it closer to the end. Just when it looked all smooth for Mr. Perfect, the Beast saw red and let loose of his torpedoes. Once Hoost got back to his feet, Sapp pounced at his prey with a barrage of punches. The legend and his team realized too late who exactly they were fighting. For Sapp, it was a clear sign Hoost was ready to quit. The most ruthless onslaught and legend is defeated. Sapp proved his worth in the most gangsterous way possible. It was a shame a reigning legend, and Mr. Perfect lost to a man that doesn't even have 2 fights on his record. The promoters wholeheartedly wanted to believe it was nothing but a fluke that happens once in a lifetime. So after only 2 months, their fight was to take place in Tokyo, Japan, Saitama Arena. This time, Ernesto Hoost was locked in to finish the big guy as soon as possible and prove the haters wrong. Like 2 past lovers, both knew exactly what hurt them most against one another. Sapp tried to overwhelm and pin while Hoost was trying to chop them legs. And find that liver shot. Until he did. It was a ticking bomb that Sapp couldn't stop. He would limp for a week and maybe piss blood for the same duration. In the corner, Sapp got his shit together and decided if the pain's inevitable, then he would make Hoost feel that as well. In the second round, despite the dire pain, Sapp marched with a barrage of punches, which Hoost was so desperate to suppress the burst of activity. The But Sapp just found his rhythm and was not to be stopped. Paddles of Sapp just sent the Hoost flying for a second. Mr. Perfect was now dazed and in a surviving mode, while Sapp unloaded shot after shot with a crazy windup. Final burst of power from the beast. And the feud was sealed. In the next fight, Sapp faced Tsuyoshi. Nakasako, a local favorite with a promising future, was gifted with such a ladder to the fame. The golden opportunity he definitely wasn't missing. The fight started. Immediately, the inexperienced in martial arts. Sapp utilized his hood fighting style, and man did it deliver. Still taking his easy money, Sapp turned the tables around, forcing the ref to step in and save his compatriot. Coming up as a rookie, Sapp was now hunting down the elites of the kickboxing. Next one on the Beast's list was equally, if not more athletically talented fighter, Remy, the flying gentleman Bonjasky.
Today, the Beast will be Flycatcher.
The fight started immediately. The hierarchy was set as Sapp forced Bonjasky into submissive pose. Sapp, leaning on his strength, marched forward with the punches. The only thing Bonjasky was left with were his springy legs. Bonjasky, seeing the fate of past opponents of the Beast, knew not to rest in the corner with him. Sapp was faced with difficult task of catching such a quick opponent. A sneaky high kick and follow-up shots for the first time in his career knocked the big man down. The Beast saw red and with no back thoughts just marched at Remy, causing him to trip, where Sapp delivered a devastating overhand right and finished off the fight. After bouts against colossuses of the sport, everyone in the roster feared to step in with not only a big man, but a boogeyman. Ironically, the French fighter Cyril the Hitman from Marseille Abidi decided not to step back from an obstacle. Just look at what this deadly Frenchman did to his prior opponent. The fight began, and like always, Sapp marched forward and delivered his torpedoes at his opponent. Like many, Abidi was shocked at the ferocity of Sapp. He realized the danger in the Beast hands, however. That didn't stop him from getting that daddy's belt therapy after a broken vase. Final blows, and the fight is over. After such a decisive walk through the heavyweight division that was still too small for Bob Sapp, the matchmakers organized a fight versus 650 pounds giant from Hawaii, sumo wrestler with the title of Yokozuna, meaning that he was the best sumo wrestler, decided to step against relatively small 350 pounds of Bob Sapp. The fight was scheduled to occur on a Christmas, and Sapp promised his children to bring something good from Japan. The favorite technique of Sapp was cancelled out as Akebono was just too big for the Beast. The size disparity forced Sapp to switch to more technical approach. Akebono got back to his feet, only to fall 5 seconds later. Yokozuna was ready to go, and with a perfect straight, Akebono turned into Christmas turkey. In his next fight, Sapp faced a literal crusader from Germany, Kimo Leopoldo, with a black belt in various disciplines planned to administer a little chemotherapy to the beast. The fight started, and immediately size difference was crazy. Sapp made 240 pounds look tiny. A well-timed check hook dazed Sapp, and Kimo went for the kill. In the burst of attack, Sapp caught Kimo on the way in to score a knockdown. In the second round, Sapp went for infamous Hulk clap and badly left Kimo disorientated. The beast smelled the blood and went for that kill shot. On K1 World Grand Prix in Saitama, Sapp was set to fight against Seth Petruzelli, having slayed Kimbo Slice. Seth was determined to put an end to what he thought as fake fighter. The fight started, and Sapp began swarming Seth and impaled onto a little hook that dropped him. Seth prematurely began celebrating, but Sapp quickly got back onto his feet and pounced at Petruzelli. In the process of countering, Seth's hand just shattered, and for Kimbo Slicer, this slice was too big to handle. These are the fights that made Sapp the world superstar. If you liked watching, click a like button and subscribe. Boxing Pride approves that.